In the ongoing chaos of the Iran conflict under US President Donald Trump, an unexpected figure has emerged as a potential peace negotiator: Vice President J.D. Vance. This new role with Tehran could be a political lifeline for him or a dangerous trap. Amidst President Trump's dynamic foreign policy, signs in the Middle East are suddenly pointing towards potential peace. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced on Monday that he spoke with President Trump, who believes military successes could now lead to a diplomatic agreement achieving all war goals. Netanyahu affirmed such an agreement would also protect Israel's interests. While the Iranian Foreign Ministry denies direct talks with the United States government, reports indicate high-level United States and Iranian representatives might meet this week in Pakistan. President Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff, his son-in-law Jared Kushner, and possibly Vice President J.D. Vance are reportedly traveling. The Iranian Parliament Speaker, Mohammad Ghalibaf, is suggested as the Iranian representative. The White House has not officially confirmed these talks or Vance's participation. Should Vice President Vance indeed join these high-level negotiations, it would be an unusual and notable move for a vice president. Politically, this could greatly benefit him. As a potential successor to President Donald Trump, he could present himself as a peacemaker, proving his capabilities. Since the war began, J.D. Vance has faced a difficult political position. Despite his long-standing opposition to American military interventions within the Make America Great Again movement, he has had to support President Trump's Iran offensive. The military operation is increasingly costly and deadly, with many American soldiers injured or killed and billions of United States dollars spent. Rising oil prices are fueling inflation. Faced with this dilemma, Vance initially chose silence, avoiding both clear endorsement and outright rejection. This risky strategy aimed to appease Make America Great Again Republicans while demonstrating loyalty to President Trump. Such an uncommitted stance is precarious for a man with ambitions to succeed President Donald Trump and potentially become the Republican presidential nominee in 2028. Peace negotiations could offer a surprising path out of this predicament. If successful, Vance could position himself domestically as the one who ends this war. This would starkly contrast with US President Donald Trump, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, and Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who would be associated with initiating the conflict. This could give Vance a significant advantage with the party base, particularly over Rubio in the succession race. After weeks of praise for Secretary of State Marco Rubio, President Trump's potential favor for Vance signals a shift. President Trump is known to enjoy the succession competition. As he faces pressure to end the war swiftly, he might be offering J.D. Vance a crucial, though historically unusual, role for a vice president. While United States vice presidents play significant foreign policy roles, acting as the most visible, high-ranking representative in informal talks with wartime adversaries is rare. Such tasks typically fall to the Secretary of State or special envoys. However, behind the scenes, J.D. Vance is reportedly already engaged at President Trump's request. On Monday, he telephoned Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to discuss potential terms for an Iran agreement. Should President Trump designate his vice president for a prominent role in Iran negotiations in Pakistan, public attention would shift dramatically to Vance, away from Rubio. This move presents both a significant opportunity and a potential trap. President Trump's inner circle knows his unpredictability. Unexpected challenges are always possible. This could be a test for Vance to solve a spiraling crisis or an opportunity for President Trump to shift blame if diplomacy fails. Iranian representatives, including Mohammad Ghalibaf, have dismissed reports of direct talks as fake news. claiming they manipulate oil markets. Yet, the Iranian regime has a history of denying United States contacts even when negotiations occur. Ultimately, the Iran war is becoming a political burden for President Trump and his administration. A quick resolution would benefit everyone. Failure to achieve peace would not only lower President Trump's approval ratings but also diminish the presidential prospects of his current administration's potential successors, including J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio. This could then open the door for outsiders, with former Fox News host Tucker Carlson frequently mentioned. What's your take on Vance's Iran peace gamble? Opportunity or trap? Share your view in the comments. Do you think this will matter in the next news cycle? This video was generated using artificial intelligence.